Welcome back, America. I'm Hugh Hewitt. Seth Mandel is the senior editor of Commentary Magazine, regular participant in the Commentary podcast, featured guest here on the Hugh Hewitt Show. Seth, good to see you. I'd like to go best case, worst case
Good to
with
see
you
you
right
too,
now,
Hugh.
Seth. What do you think is the best case that can come out of this third round of the Iran-Israel war? And I'm calling it that because Iran struck first back in April of last year and then again in October. So this is round three. What's the best case result in your view?
Best case result is the end of the nuclear program, and anything else is kind of icing on the cake. I mean, I think everybody would love to see a free Iran, but that's not really Israel's goal. It's not really the United States' goal so much as it is a need to threaten Ayatollah Khamenei and remind him in every way possible that the West is finally serious about stopping him. Beyond that, that's really, that's really what everybody wants, is to stop the nuclear program and to end it, and in a way that is conclusive. I would like to know that, as after the Soviet Union fell and there were weapons of mass destruction scattered across its former satellite states, we did send inspectors in. We had the whole Nunn-Lugar project to get the loose nukes under safeguards. So I'd like to be able to confirm that that's what we're looking at. That we have a chance to know for sure that the nuclear program is dead.
Now, Seth, it's been 46 years of lies from these people. 46 years of death to the little Satan, death to the big Satan. And they've lied and they've tricked us and we've fallen for it again and again and again. Will you trust even someone like Donald Trump to bring home a deal that can be verified? Because it's very easy to say, okay, first step, you're going to open up Fordo right now. We'll ask the Israelis to stop bombing for a day. We'll send in some inspectors and we'll blow up Fordo right now. Isn't that how it should start?
Yeah. I think Trump has basically said that too. Yeah. Look, it's not so much about trusting Trump to bring home a deal as it is the intelligence that the Israelis shared with Trump's administration on this were centered on the idea that Iran is trying to squirrel away some material and also to speed up its information, its know-how, its ability to weaponize uh, uranium once it is enriched past that point. In other words, they were meeting with missile experts. They want to know how to put it on a missile and shoot it at somebody, and that makes it a weapon. I think that what President Trump has been told by his own intel people and seems to be convinced by is the idea that it's very difficult to take the Iranians, not just to take the Iranians at their word, but it's very difficult to uh, verify that they are doing what they say they are doing when they say they are doing it. And so I think that Trump is the sort of guy who just wants to feel like he's taken care of it and not start a very long process similar to what happened in Syria with the chemical weapons, which was never resolved. And those chemical weapons sites still exist in Syria. Many haven't been cleaned up. I think he doesn't want to have this prolonged in any direction. I think he wants to be able to say, I took care of it.
Yep. And I agree. I like the ice skating rink. I really do think that's how he thinks. Okay, worst case scenario for how this turns out, Seth. I have a nightmare. What's your nightmare?
The nightmare is that the Iranians have done something that we don't know, or have figured out a way to advance the program, not including any of the targets that we know are targets. That somehow there really is a super secret element of the Iranian nuclear program. I find that to be unlikely because, again, if the Israelis had the kind of intelligence that enabled them to build an Israeli drone factory in Iran for this strike and to do all the things that they needed to do to be able to take out the top military leaders and all that, it would surprise me greatly if that were something that were missed. And then, of course, the other nightmare is an Iranian missile hits and causes tremendous loss of life and tremendous damage in Israel, because it can, those missiles have connected, and they are very heavy, and the shock waves alone have made buildings around their point of contact unstable, in addition to whatever the missiles themselves have destroyed. The nightmare is that it hits something that triggers a fallout, either a nuclear fallout, or they really do blow up an oil refinery in Haifa, which they apparently came close to doing recently. Something that would really make life in Israel very difficult, and also cost a lot of lives.
Well, I hadn't thought about my nightmare until this morning. I was listening to Eli Lake talk to David Albbright, and David Albbright is one of the go-to guys on nuclear non-proliferation inspection. And he said they haven't built a delivery vehicle yet to the West's knowledge and the IDF's knowledge, but they could build an unconventional delivery vehicle, a truck, a plane, a boat, and put a very basic nuclear weapon on it. And then I thought, dirty bomb. They might have put some uranium into Hezbollah's hands long ago, before Hezbollah was basically rocked backwards. Anyone talking about that in the Israeli press or in the Israeli world?
I haven't seen it, not that specific case. No, I think that the Iranians never trusted any of their proxies enough to use them as a way to bank a nuclear weapon of that kind. I just don't think they have. I mean, I think that Hezbollah we've seen what it has, and Israel's intelligence inside Hezbollah, again, is so good that they sold them the pagers that they built with bombs and all that. I mean, they've been able to monitor their communications through that and other things, the walkie-talkie plot. I just think that the fact that has never come up is evidence of what everybody has assumed all along, which is that the Iranians don't really trust anybody except the inner circle for the most sensitive weapons and the most sensitive plans.
My best case scenario, and I'll close with it, is that there's a ripple effect, that the Lebanese take back their country from Hezbollah, that the Palestinians suppress Hamas themselves, that the Palestinians in Judea and Samaria realize they've got to enter into some sort of Commonwealth agreement, as David Friedman's pointed out, and that the Abraham Accords explode. I mean, there's a very five-star end to this. Hope the president's thinking in those terms. Seth Mandel, always a pleasure to see you. Follow Seth on X at Seth Mandel. Read everything he writes over at commentary.com, and subscribe to and listen to the Commentary podcast. Don't go anywhere, America. I'm coming right back. Jim Talent is still ahead on today's show. I'll check the headlines during the break at the bottom of the hour for news, weather, and sports. And I will be right back after that to bring you the latest from the Times of Israel and all of American media. Stay with us.
The Hugh Hewitt Show is now available on TV. Go to SalemNewsChannel.com or download the app. You can also watch on Roku and Fire Stick. Salem News Channel, the antidote to the mainstream media.